Hey there! My name is Aaron Cello, and this is what you would call a showreel, which is basically just a documentation of my film and media work so far. For my returning subscribers, you're probably thinking, what the hell? But for anyone who's in the industry or learning about it, you must understand the importance of a showreel. A showreel basically shows off the best of your work in an interesting way and shows prospective employers or educators what you're capable of. But I'm not here to talk about a showreel, I'm here to show it. Hi, my name is Aaron Dines. I'm an aspiring filmmaker slash vlogger or a YouTuber from the northeast of England. This showreel is a compilation of mostly work from my college course, but also a little bit from my YouTube channel too. Now I'm going to go ahead and stick a little content warning up for you folks, because remember, I am a teenager slash young adult, and this channel was made for my own enjoyment and networking reasons, so... Okay, so I'm going to start off with a quick commentary on one of my bigger projects that I worked on in my first year of college. For the presenting techniques unit, we wrote, planned, performed in and edited our own short television show, and I played a huge part in piecing this together. First thing to note is that the whole thing is written as if it's January 2015, so that's why there's like Five Nights at Freddy's 3 rumours and a whole part about Back to the Future. Now the second thing is probably the most important, and that goes for all the videos that I made at college, but we had a budget of about... 0, and nothing like top of the range equipment, which is why the entire thing visually looks like garbage. The chroma key, I'm obviously talking about. Now the microphones were all at different volumes, which is why the audio is a bad quality, and also we had like a few hours to film this, so that's why we had no time for professionalism as we held our scripts in our hands. Now if I stop being negative for a moment, I'm actually really proud of this project. I really love pouring my heart and soul into making something, and this was incredibly fun and funny to write and edit. This full video is about 12 minutes long, give or take, and despite all the technical errors, I really think that we did a great job with all that we were given. You can watch the full video unlisted on my side channel by clicking the annotation on screen or by clicking the link in the description. Dexter Misbehaves is a minuscule animation piece for a stop motion unit. Now the full piece is basically on screen, it's like a couple of seconds long, but I'm still going to leave a link to a separate video just in case you want to hear the audio. So obviously the plasticine in this piece isn't as nice as it could be, but the subtle animation I am very proud of. Okay, so the bigger movement could have been smoother, but ultimately I think with the well-timed sound effects, it's just a really cool and cute, interesting little piece with a funny little creature called Dexter annoying his purple cat friend. So, and despite this piece literally being a matter of seconds long, I think the way that I animated them really gives you a sense of their personality. So, for our single camera techniques unit, I scripted and cast a parody sketch about Captain America and Iron Man arguing about whether fruit goes in the fridge or not. As you can see on screen, there is no fridge. This was because we had organised a day to film in the half-term holidays, and my lecturer had completely forgotten about it, so the room in the fridge with it was busy. So on the day I had to rewrite all the key lines in the scripts to do with fruit and fridges, and had to make it so the characters were talking about putting fruit on the floor, which is why it actually doesn't make much sense. But you know what? We made it work. Now, I know the acting is god-awful, but that's not what we were being graded on. We did only have like a few small hours to shoot this entire thing. Now, my favourite part of this was at the beginning where the camera follows Steve putting the apple on the floor, and then suddenly a wild Tony Stark appears. If my foot hadn't been there when I stood up, that would have actually just been perfect. Again, the full video will be in the description, and an annotation link will be on the screen, and I hope you can all laugh at the fact that I can't grow facial hair. This next one is a crossover piece between college work and YouTube. For our production management unit, my class was told to completely create a video by ourselves. That meant no prompts from our lecturers apart from a written proposal, and no allocated time slots to film it. For this, I had promised my YouTube subscribers that I would make 5 parody music videos, but I ended up only being able to make 1 because of time barriers and personal issues, but it was an incredibly fun project to work on. Bang Bang was a Gotham Sirens / DC Villains parody of Jessie J's song by the same name. For this, I wrote my own parody lyrics, got performers to play the characters, and watched the song come to life. This is the only video apart from the animated one that I've made which doesn't have me in it, instead has 3 of my lovely friends doing a kick-ass job. We worked for many hours on this project, including baking actual cookies for this scene. Of course, the camera quality could have been better, and audio quality too, but it was a really good project, especially since I'm like 17 and I've made like 1 or 2 music videos before. Full video is annotated on the screen and the link is in the description. This one is on my main YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it already, then definitely check it out. This video was made purely out of my own enjoyment, and it's successful. like, very successful. Yes, my dudes, it's the Dill Halter rap. This masterpiece I wrote and starred in, borrowed copyright-free music from my main man Ben Sound, and pretended to be a fictional character that two popular YouTubers created on Sims 4. I rapped this song myself, I promoted it like hell, and then about a month later I heard that the YouTubers had seen it thanks to an unknown fan promoting the video, and suddenly my view count and subscriber count was exploding. Words cannot express how proud I am of this piece. Although it has little to no production value, this silly video that I worked really hard on got me my first paycheck from YouTube ad revenue. Like, seriously though, I stood in front of a green screen and wiggled my butt around a little bit. But the amount of editing, writing, recording that went into it, I'm so glad that it's gotten the attention that it has. Full video is linked again, but this one I know has swearsies in it, so viewers' discretion is advised. Now this also blends in with my college work for my interview techniques unit. I met BB Wood online through my YouTube success of the Dill Halter app, and we started messaging and video chatting, so I thought with the release of her TV show, The Real O'Neills, I'd get a quick sneaky interview before it aired in America. I really feel that I made it interesting and super casual, and I hope that more long-distance collaborations are soon to come. She's really taught me a lot about the industry, and I'm very thankful to have her as a friend. Love you, Beebs. A link to that video is also in the description. So the video that I've most recently made is a project that me and my classmates worked on for the NHS Mental Health Service. We were split into 3 teams and made a short video each, so for this project I co-wrote, directed and drew all of the art for this piece, as well as edited it in full. This piece was showcased to a couple of medical professionals and was immediately commended for the excellent work that we put into it, and is going to be shown all over the country to people entering the mental health services system. I'm really proud of how this turned out, especially since it was so time-consuming to think of ideas that weren't too childish, but also weren't too boring, because these videos are aimed at teenagers, and, you know, teenagers just switch off after about 2 minutes. But eventually we settled on some sort of YouTuber-style commentary that's similar to Thomas Tomska Ridgewell's videos. And finally, there's nothing particularly special about this video, but it did win me this movie replica Magneto helmet from the Days of Future Past movie because I'm hilarious.
With Magneto's power, I would do this.
Anyway, I hope this gives both my current subscribers and any other viewers an insight into my personality, and I hope you enjoyed this tour of my past work. Of course, with university on the horizon, chances are I'm going to make another one of these next year, and then the year after that, and then, you know, etc, etc. But until then, feel free to check out any of my other videos, social medias, blah blah blah, and as always, stay tuned.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Are you ready for this?
Oh shit!
Bella, come on. It's my dog. Oh hell yeah, boys! Oh hell yeah, boys! I don't know why I'm doing that. It's not gonna be in the video.